This is my presentation on my final lesson plan, presented by me, Stacy Thomas. I have been a registered nurse since 2006. I've spent the last 7.5 years working in the peri-op department. Working in the peri-op department has provided me with the opportunity to see a lot of different patients and to treat a lot of different patients. I'm also currently teaching as an adjunct instructor in the CNA program at one of the colleges close by. Been doing that for the last 2 years. It's a little bit different than teaching in the bachelor's program. The CNA program is state run, so all of the information that we teach is given to us by the state, the lesson plans, the curriculum, the PowerPoints. We don't have a lot of leeway with that. I also teach new nurses by precepting them to the unit that I work. The topic that I chose to do my lesson plan on was postpartum care and postpartum complications. The preceptor that I'm working with to complete my practicum hours has been a nurse for over 10 years, and all of her experience has been in OB, so I learned a lot about maternity and OB nursing, something I haven't done at all in my nursing career. I really haven't had an interest in it. The only exposure I've had to OB is having my own kids, and then the instruction that we got when I was in nursing school, so the classroom part and then the clinicals that I had, which were very limited. The students in the class are first semester junior level students. There's 14 females and 3 males. They're all average college age. There wasn't a wide range of age, and ethnicity-wise, there's 1 Somalian student. The classroom was located in the basement. There's no windows. The students all had their own desk with a small desk over their lap that they could move. There's 2 large projector screens. There was a whiteboard in the classroom. The computer and desk for the instructor were kind of tucked away in the front corner of the room. Definitely not the best fitting classroom. Definitely could do some work to make that more appealing to learning. The 2 learning objectives that I narrowed down for my presentation are to differentiate baby blues from postpartum depression and psychosis. I linked it to Bloom's taxonomy analyzing, Fink's significant learning category of integration, and the assessments that I used in class were the in-class discussion after the postpartum video, discussion post after the video, and then the in-class discussion. The second learning objective was assessed for common complications of the postpartum period. Bloom's taxonomy level evaluating, Fink's significant learning category of integration, and the assessments that I used to meet this learning objective were the quiz, the in-class concept map, the in-class simulation, and the in-class discussion after the simulation. This lesson plan included a forward-looking assessment, a summative assessment, and a student self-assessment. The activities within these assessments gave students a variety of ways to apply the knowledge that they gained from reading the textbook and listening to the lecture. This lesson plan provided students with the knowledge and application of treating a postpartum patient. The students had chapters to read in their textbook, which was Perry, Knockberry, Lutermilk, and Wilson. The PowerPoints were prepared from the information in that textbook. Students needed about a half hour outside of class to prepare for this. They also completed an in-class concept map where they mapped questions and interventions that they would do during the scenario to help prepare them for the in-class simulation. They also did watch an in-class video called Why I Jumped on a woman who was suffering from postpartum psychosis. We had a discussion after the video in class, and then they had to do a discussion post, which I will attach the instructions to that discussion post and the rubric in Sandbox. The student learning assessments in this lesson plan included a quiz, a unit quiz, a discussion post after the video, the in-class discussion after the video, the concept mapped pre-simulation, the simulation, and then the in-class discussion and reflection after the simulation. Overall, the assessments went well. The students all scored above an 80% on the quiz. They all participated in the discussion posts on time. Those I will grade tomorrow. They were due at midnight tonight. The students all participated in the in-class discussion. They all had ideas for the concept map. They performed their roles in the simulation, and they participated in the in-class discussion and reflection after the simulation. The only thing I think I would change is to somehow be able to watch the simulation of all the groups. We had different instructors help us out just because of time constraints, but it would be nice as an instructor to be able to compare each group and to see the strengths and weaknesses of each group and each individual. I think the final reflection on the presentation for me was the amount of time that it took to put this teaching plan together. I didn't expect it to take this long, and I didn't think that there's that much thought that went behind each lesson. This class has 8 units. I taught one of the units, so it just opened my eyes to see the amount of work that an instructor has to do just for one class. The things that I would change is I would try and prepare the students ahead of time, somehow give them the information on the in-class discussion so that they can bring ideas. It was kind of hard to get them to participate in all the discussions. I talked earlier in the last slide about being able to kind of run all the simulations and know what's going on in all of them instead of having different faculty give feedback. And then I feel like you can always get better at lecturing and PowerPoint presenting and all that stuff. So just to continue working on that. References are attached on this page. And I hope you enjoyed my presentation.